What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Root. So I'm going to review a 2009 mixtape by Sean P of Youngbloodz. Basically, this product is called Cornerstore, the mixtape, and it came out somewhere in 2009. Now, within Fair's about here, as far as these pitches can happen, Sean P is also known as Sean Paul, pitches like that, but within the aspect of a reggaeton, a hit reggaeton, but because of the factoid of a hit reggaeton singer with the same name, Sean Paul, that particular singer, similar to Shaggy, folks like that, is kind of the pitch that he went by Sean P as far as these pitches can happen. Now, Sean P was kind of a folk. He did the stuff with the Youngbloodz. I have a Youngbloodz album review that's coming within some of these type pitches. I have a particular Youngbloodz review that's coming within some of the aspects. It's kind of the pitch as far as saying this the product's going to take probably later into 2026 pitch like that. But Sean P went solo some of the aspects. There is also like a particular solo album by him or a couple of those. They're going to happen down the road as well with some of these pitches. But I want to get to Sean P, fuck with him pretty good with them pitches like that. Definitely remember him on like the Cherish single, which was like, I forget the name of that particular song, but I think it was like Do It To It, some of those type pitches like that, but it's good type variety. So I wanted to fuck with Sean Paul, see what he was about, some of these type fairs. So basically, the particular fair about this mixtape here within these pitches is, as far as talking about Cornerstore, the mixtape, there is a volume 2, which I'm going to get to later within some type aspects, and I believe there's even a volume 3 within these aspects. Now, the fair about this mixtape is just the factoid. It doesn't have as much commonplace knowledge. There's only one real spot that seemingly knew as much full bound about it. Rate Your Music Discogs didn't seem to know as full bound within the pitch as far as talking about like the actual discography that he had, and it's just within the pitch as far as saying the mixtape kind of scattershot typeness is really getting more within the aspect of this, less within the aspect of the information. So it's kind of fair. Really, Rate Your Music only knew about Volume 2, which is kind of strange within the concept. You would think, obviously, if there was Volume 2, that they'd have some degree of knowledge about Volume 1, but it's the pitch as far as saying just paying attention to that sort of product. This is kind of dealing with it here. So I was able to locate the aspect that this came out somewhere in 2009, pitch like that, but the actual release date Google didn't seem to know whatsoever. So it's kind of the pitch as far as saying they just referred me to Volume 2 within these pitches. So I look after here just being able to say, so the aspect about this mixtape in terms of variety, the spiciness kind of goes along here. It's just the pitch as far as saying this particular mixtape has like some good jumps on here, kind of combining like mid-2000s kind of ringtone, snap, and crunk type music with some of those type aspects that like Youngbloodz was kind of known for, and kind of bringing it forward to like a good kind of 2010s type trap that was getting ready to happen with folks like Gucci Mane. And kind of this, Sean P has more varieties of like the aspect of similarities to OJ the Juice Man, some of those type of trap rumble type ones, more trap house type fair the way Gucci Mane kind of was in 2007, 2008, and definitely OJ the Juice Man with like projects like The Other Side of the Trap, some of those type pitches when he was bopping in the early 2009 type fair with songs like Batman and some of these type pitches, and other tunes like Make the Trap Say A and some of those type pitches within the product. But good type fairs about it. So it's a miss the pitch as far as talking about the flair about it here, just paying attention to variety. So it has a good grind mode type fashion, very much similar to like the title of the album. It's kind of pitched as far as saying some of these type ones, it combines it pretty well. It's a miss, just like the phrase, kind of like 3-6 Mafia, just kind of more in the daytime type fair, just kind of more in hustle type mode. It's a gab-centric type product, so definitely hollering at folks, definitely the pitch of some of these type fairs. Cell phone nearby, some of that pitch, just the product of having like consistent things kind of get within the affability. It's not just one of these type ones, just beeline, get the Fritos, go home, some of those type pitches or aspects like that. It has a pretty good post up of spreading out a little bit, getting towards the product to like actually having the connect and fairs like that, not being antisocial. This is really not an antisocial type product. So it's kind of pitch as far as saying it's kind of stretching out, spreading out a little bit. Some of these fairs is getting the product gabbing, some of these stuff fairs. So it's within the pitch as far as saying, but the product just on top of that just deals with the phrase as far as just within a money get type fashion. So it's just kind of the pitch as far as saying paying attention to like the fairs and just figuring out next modes. But the thing with Sean P is he is kind of gab-centric. He kind of struck me as like a younger kind of Pimp C pitch like that. He has the same sort of cadence and overall twitch as far as those fairs going to happen. It's just kind of aspect. Folks like Juvenile, folks like Pimp C, some of the stuff, folks from the aspect as far as like the flair's going to happen. So it's just kind of the aspect, just a leaner, kind of more ass clown variation, like someone like T.I. pitches like that. So it's within the fair as far as saying, paying attention to like the particular spice and just getting towards some of these type ones. So the product behind this like 2000 type fashion, there seemingly wasn't a single with it as full bound, but there are some good ones on here like Wheel Spin and like Money's pretty good, Cartier Shades is pretty good with some of these type pitches. Goddamn's pretty good, nice one. Get Like Me. There's some good flares about here on top. This has an above fair kind of amount of just like turn up on here pitches like that. So it just kind of it combines that particular product of like this neighborhood type jumps with like the product of the tarot kind of going. So this is some of these type fairs within pitch when you find like those folks of yours that are kind of Folks like Sean P being kind of more block type noise and Cornerstore kind of white noise pitch like that. It's kind of aspect when you find some of these type folks kind of the pitch of just smoking nearby behind the blocks and these type products within the aspect just post up, catch up for a while pitch like that. Some of these type products just get some smokes in your system just in the aspect. Go grab Subway and then just get crunk with this. Go grab Subway and then just get crunk with some of these type aspects kind of within the tones. Just good kind of neighborhood, just posted up like the usual type of brown paper bags, some of these type aspects. Just those type of cats that are usually probably within the vicinity of a gas station or affairs like that, liquor store, some of these type products, just hauling at folks and just kind of within the aspect, this car wash type noise, some of these type pitches within the tone, just that particular product. Just kind of, when you think of like Money Talks, the movie type vibes, just beginning of that movie with Chris Tucker, some of those affairs, but this pitches amongst some of that type. It's fair, some of that type of variety. Now, obviously, within the legality of it, pitches like that, it's kind of fair not to like haul at folks and get kind of like the loitering and blah 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 type charges going, pitch like that. But this kind of aspect, just like clean as fuck type post up, pitch like that, get some smoke shit. You and a few pals get some smokers in your system, couple grape sweets or several grape sweets, pitches like that. Haul at some beats, just get towards the product getting crunk. So it's within that aspect. But yeah, I recommend all 20 songs off this mixtape. So there's actually 28 songs on here. 7 skits seven skits or outro type fare narrows it down to 21, and there's one particular song, I'm a Star, which proves that this particular product within the sense was from 2009, which I'm a Star was a hit song by Jeremiah off of his 2009 album. It's excellent type pitches there, getting towards that, so it's within the pitch as far as saying. Within the pitch as far as saying, so that narrows it down to 20 songs I'm going to talk about on here. But yeah, I'm a Star is a hitting type one, good pitch like that, good nice fair to see a rap type cat flex to like a R&B type song pitch like that. But some of these type ones, so plenty of these on here. Down to Die is a hitting type ones like a Methoded and some Nolan, kind of good torn up. Down to Die is like a Methoded and some Nolan, kind of good torn up, kind of radio grab to get here pitch like that. Just definitely some Eminem and Tech 9 like rumination pitches like that amongst these prices. Just kind of within the aspect of definitely the way that Tech 9 was on like the KOD album and some of those type pitches, like Ever Ready the Religion pitches like that, and Eminem with songs like Mockingbird and like Toy Soldier, some of those type pitches with an aspect, just kind of that brooding typeness, just in a more kind of typical kind of mid 2000s kind of haunting typeness. So it's kind of a vanilla type song within these aspects. Good definite grab for Sean P differential type tone. Kind of get this here. Has a pretty nice hook on here on top of that R&B cat, but I'm not as full bound sure about. I don't know is full bound with good pitches like that as far as these spices kind of happen. Essays, the hitting type ones, like a good neighborhood and streetlight dap to get within these products. The streetlight dap kind of combos going. Essays like a good neighborhood and streetlight dap to get pitches like that. Just convos going, definitely have here pitches. Convos going, definitely pitches like that. Just Taco Bell and Mixtape gossip, I'd say just some gab kind of within those fares about it. So this post up type fair, just plenty of these typical type ones that were popping up throughout like the 2010s pitches like that. So this is a good trendy kind of ahead of the time type one within sense to pitch. Just a good type variety roll, get crunk type loud pitch like that. Just the excitement factor of it. Bottle of vodka in one hand, particular cell phone in the other pitch like that. Just kind of getting towards the product. Just some good type flares about it. Plenty of homies with an aspect like the fraternized pitches like that. Good products about it. Hey Now is nice, like a rattled and razzy kind of socialized relish to get here. Some of these type fairs just definitely get twisted. Some of these type products, just the meme loud pack, definitely have the particular products that just the main spice roll heading pitch like that. Just probably Beezy needs some Alizé. Some of these type fairs, so just gals nearby get the product of some of that type fair, keeping the product of it alive pitch like that, some stuff fairs, but this kind of pitch, there's a good plenty of these that do have like some streetlight type noise in the pitch, kind of the commotion kind of about it within the neighborhood type sense, but just the aspect of not getting folks kind of riled up. If you do have like some crap neighbors, not to say crap neighbors, but just the pitch of folks kind of getting towards the commotion and not liking all the commonplace type noise, if the laughing starts getting loud pitch like that. But this kind of variety, this particular aspect, just enjoying like the fair behind it, just parkside type post up pitch like that within the fair, being mindful, good pitches like that. There are some good grind mode type songs on here, pitches like that, one of which is I Know How to Hustle. It's like a later day grind and Tibble kind of hit the ground running type fair, definitely within these pitches. Some pretty excellent vanilla kind of Datpiff grit to get here. Just definitely reminds of DJ Khaled type tunes like All I Do Is Win, some of these type ones, and like Out Here Grinding off of We Global, some of those type pitches, plenty of those type ones. I'm So Hood, plenty of those Summertime Shine type ones, but it's just kind of with the pitches, some of those type fairs. Kind of an early bird like the Meek Mill kind of Dream Chasers type variety, and plenty of those type ones. Rick Ross that just feels kind of runners and Miami bound pitches like that, but some excellent blistering type fair. Definitely fuck with them, good pitches like that. Get Off Me is the hitting type ones, like a rowdy and prolific kind of throwback to mid 2000s kind of ringtone bounce to get here, kind of half crunk like those days, the Youngbloodz back in the damn days, some of those type pitches like that. Good nice one to get hammered too. In terms of more Lil Jon type flair within those pitches, the way that they were kind of back in 2002, 2003, Sean P, it's not like he doesn't have those in any type of sense, but it's kind of pitch. There is an evolution past like the Crunk, like the Damn type days and like Salt Shaker type days with the Ying Yang Twins. It wasn't Youngbloodz that did Salt Shaker, but just the same sort of variety that Lil Jon had with Salt Shaker and Damn and some of the pitches back in those days. But it doesn't have his full bone, but there are some traces. There's moments in here that do have like leftover varieties of Crunk and Snap and some of those pitches. But it's good type aspects. The Crunk type 1 kind of in a halfway sense to get hammered too. Get Like Me is a good hitting type bop. It's like an initial and thawing out kind of club moves to get here pitches like that. Just Bay tab, run up, some type aspects that definitely get the Bay tab going. Some pitches like that. Just chop it up with pals. Some of these type varieties good. Definitely chop it up with pals. Some of these type varieties just smoke nearby. Some of these type pitches within it. Definitely chop it up with pals within these pitches. Some of these type varieties just smoke nearby. Some of these type aspects. So this is some of these type fairs within the aspect, like I was saying with some of these type pitches. Some of those type fairs just connect with folks and be like, yeah, let's go torch this real quick, get some smokers within the fair about good excellent product. Just seeing some folks out in the fray, some connect going pitches like that, get some smokers going within the sudden type aspect pitches like that, get a couple great sweeps within the products and getting torched towards it. Some of these type aspects, blisteriness within the fair about it, good pitches about it. Just the usual kind of getting crunkness pitches like that. Excellent type varieties on top of that with particular That Ain't No Money is the hitting type 1's like a basic loud pack to get here. Just two-step kind of dance hop, I'd say. Just excellent kind of factory. Sean P. Chat plenty with some of these type bastards. Just kind of fair, just saying plenty of these type 1's goes along pretty well with Goddamn. And goes along pretty well with some of these type 1's like Cartier Shades, Goddamn, Get Like Me, SA, some of these type 1's. Should take you back to 2006, 2007, some of those ringtone. That Ain't No Money should take you back to 2006, 2007. Some of those ringtone type eras definitely pitches like when you think of like Pop Lock and Drop It and particular other hit type 1's, Shoulder Lean, some type 1's in the aspect, good excellent flares. Speaking of some hit type varieties that remind a shoulder lean pitch like that is Wheel Spin, the samples, Young Draw on the hook, good excellent pitches here within these aspects, good blisteriness, like a hell lit, kind of chopped up, kind of 2000s throwback to get here, just definitely burnt AF pitches like that, got shit to do, kind of baked but still pushing. So it's kind of fair. So just a stuck type 1, probably get some Popeyes pitches like that, some type varieties, just Gold Eyes type fair kind of with them pitch, but just kind of product to probably shouldn't be driving, and probably shouldn't be driving if you're as torn up within these pitches like the particular song conveys within these aspects, but it's just the pitch as far as saying it's not to chaperone, but just within these pitches as far as saying just pay attention like the product to like the smoke type fair, but just getting some loud pack kind of going in like an outing type sense, good pitch like that, sense type fair is really have some loud pack kind of out in the go pitch like that, just have some homies with some hot box type fair. What Up is a nice type 1's like a gnarled kind of house party kind of OJ the Juice Man, similar kind of ATL bopping to get here. Feels just ripped out of some of those particular type points, like particular some of the Juice Man type vibes from like 2008, 2009 pitch like that. He was pretty red hot around that time. Definitely a hollow loud type tune pitch like that, just red cup kind of stretch outs here with some of these type pitches. Just Beezy looking hella caked up pitch like that. Some surprise just really get crunked to some of these type aspects. Now within the fair, the actual variety about this is there's more kind of club jumps on here, more so than the house party kind of red cup type sloshness, but it's kind of pitch as far as saying that it has some of these on here. This is an emphatic type mixtape that has a good amount of varieties, so the base is covered in pretty much all the senses within these pitches. But it's kind of fair as far as saying it's a good, nice one. You probably might find yourself wanting to clone of some of these type pitches, kind of get more within these type aspects of just some of those type vibes that Gucci Mane and OJ the Juice Man kind of had around this. Time. So What Up is definitely good post up, chop it up type fair, excellent pitches like that, I'd say. Another nice one on here is Money within these aspects. Money is like a syrupy kind of head trip, kind of club white noise to get within these products. Just map out the night, kind of some favors later, some of the pitches of a diva had something in mind within these pitches, just kind of product to just pick up some gel pens or rear view plushes, pitches like that, some stuff varieties kind of within the aspect, but it's favors later, some of these stuff aspects, blow off steam in the club, some stuff pitches, get some drinks in your system kind of within these varieties. So it's kind of pitch as far as saying it's kind of the noise. This one's pretty similar to like particular like that room, like the Down to Die type song, but just not as radio bound within these pitches. Just some of that type snarl that kind of reminds me of Rocco from 2008, but just kind of in a more, it's kind of been like a Rocco and Juicy J type territory with some of these type aspects. It's kind of a brooding type one within the pitch. It's kind of the aspect, not so much the usual type crunk, kind of make some noise type vibes, but just kind of pitch a disc. Definitely gave me more blow off, some steam type vibes, get some drink in your system, just kind of figure out next modes as far as these pitch can happen. But good excellent product. It's probably more Thursday or Wednesday type clubbing more so than the pitch like the spark of like the crest of the night Friday Saturday pitch like that. But some good type Ferris bunks, just good type Fridays. It could be Friday or Saturday if you're going to get louder than this the next week within these pitches. But this kind of aspect, just kind of conduit type fair pitches like that. Goddamn is a hit type one. It's like enjoying like the venue and demon time kind of heating up. Something that fares about this good news kind of day I'd say here. So this kind of pitch of this good apple type things. This the shit's connecting today. Pitches like that. Good new album came out or something like that. Varieties just being in a good ass mood, feeling stoked. Kind of get some Smirnoffs in your system. Pitches like that definitely within varieties. Good type flavors are getting towards the spices. So it's pitches like that. There's good flavors about it as far as these pitches can have them. Just appreciate like the spice, like the wide awake type fare and like the demon time pitches like that. Some of these type aspects. Not sure if I talk about Fuck That, but this is a hit type one. Fuck That's like a basic kind of block grease and snack run romp to get within some type products here. Just grab like a frozen burrito, some type aspects. Get some corn chips on top of that. Chirp folks definitely just kind of gabbing some type products. So just kind of standard dap of just things within the neighborhood pitch like that. Some type varieties just getting towards the product of it. Kind of has it in a more 3-6 Mafia type paranoia, but it's kind of pitch as far as just saying it's kind of that good foreboding type. Glam factor's real nice and like a foreboding typeness pitch like that. There's some ones on here kind of within the product. This it feels like Juicy J. It's kind of more or miss like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock p.m. pitch like that. So it's kind of the leftover gulag type fare, but it's kind of the pitch of good standard and vanilla kind of neighborhood phrase as far as these pitch guys. I'm playing these type varieties. So I'm trying to think of a few other type ones I haven't talked about in here. I don't think I've talked about Red Beam Team as far as these pitch gonna happen. Red Beam Team's like an excellent kind of late 2000s kind of night venue. You loosen up to get within these products. Get some Hypnotic and Malibu in your system. Good fares like that. Definitely get to the Crunk Nest. Probably Story Time with Pals pitch like that. Dismiss the fare. Just feeling got some good shit to say within these products about it. Kind of gabbing with getting some good excellent gabbing going within these pitches about it. For the late 2000s pitch like that, some excellent kind of turn up type air within the aspects kind of it. It's kind of the venue type noises, be some good type products kind of here. Now obviously within variety, Sean P is probably more lower key within the sense outside of like probably hits like Damn and some of those little John type ones, maybe Chop Chop, some of those type ones that Youngbloodz kind of did within those particular fairs. It's less within variety, probably is full bound knowing. Maybe the Cherish song might get like the occasional kind of notoriety within pitch of recognizing, but some good excellent products. Some of these stuff, it's not to say like he's not recognizable, but this is the pitch as far as saying paying attention to some of these type ones. There's plenty of these on here. Red Bean Team's a real beeline type one to go for. Some of these type ones, SA, some of these type ones, Cartier Shades, Goddamn, bitches like that. It's just kind of fair as far as saying that you get like a consistent, which is definitely fiery as fuck within these pitches. Getting plenty of these type ones kind of get within the loud pack of this venue kind of white noise in terms of like late 2000s type pitches. So it's just kind of fair about it. The only fair about this album in terms of like the casual touchdown, it's not to say like that, but it's just kind of pitch as far as saying it just, I think probably the only variety about it is it just probably needed like a folk like Roscoe Dash or like the cat that was on Down to Die, something like that to kind of have like the above ground. But it's not to say this is not anywhere not quality. It's just the pitch as far as saying in terms of like the recognition, it's just kind of the variety. It's just more within the low key type sorts of these pitches. So it's just kind of paying attention to like the flair as far as saying. There's some buzz singles on here and pitches like that, but it's just kind of variety as far as saying it could come off as hardcore with some of these type pitches, but it really isn't. Just paying attention. But paying attention towards here, trying to think of some other type ones I haven't talked about. Some of these type varieties. On My Grind, I don't think I talked about this one. On My Grind's like a mix, like some Datpiff mixtape grease to get here, pitch like that. Just get it done, I definitely say. Bring beer along just to keep shit interesting as far as these fairs going to have. Some blockweed, definitely in a good utility run type fit with some of these type aspects. Traditional dope kind of night gliss pitch like that. Displaying these type varieties. Dream Chasers by Meek Mill, Yo Gotti mixtape, some of these stuff first. Just missed that aspect like the classic kind of Datpiff type appeal back in like the 2000s type fashion. So kind of a primer, very good trailblazer pitch like that. Some of these type varieties, good excellent pitches. Rest of My Life is the hitting type ones, like amidst like the day scene kind of trap makeshift gulag to get within these products here. Just light lick kind of Fritos run. Some caters to throw in for Bellas on top of that within some type pitches. Pick up like a Starlet, like some extra envelopes or pitches like that, some step products. But just the pitch as far as saying some of these step products within the aspect. Good, nice, fair to listen to in a Datpiff kind of mixtape type sense is something to kind of get within these products at like 4:30, just 5 type PM pitches like that, some step products that just standard just got done with things, some step aspects, but just the factor, just like some cut loose, get some Taco Bell or Arby's in your system, pitches like that, some step products within it. I don't think I'll talk about She Choosing's, the hitting type one. She Choosing's like a woozy and breezy kind of later day post up to get here, pitches like that. Just some map outs, I'd say, for later on. Primer for like a gig fit, figure out some of these stuff phrase, whether it's the house part, whether it's like a house party or like a date evening pitch like that. Just grab like some vodka, some stuff pitches with an aspect just for like the product, like the crunkness for like the aspects of like some pop off pitches like that. She Choosing is kind of like the song Fuck That, some of these type pitches, but it's just more amidst the fray, just like an R&B type fit. So it's just kind of fair as far as saying just kind of the product of like Holla with like Flame Fits in mind, some of these type aspects. It's just kind of fair. There's aspects with like a Joyride, some of these type fair. So it's just kind of pitch as far as saying just kind of the product of this It's kind of like a kickstart for like the varieties that just like the next few out. It's like some good products for like a kickstart for like the next good while as far as these pitch kind of with the aspect as far as saying this kind of gas station type fare, picking up like supplies pitch like that, figure out the next modes. BZ kind of goes with like the pitch of BZ and Starless with like the fashion house it going down since the products just the next type mode. But it's this kind of pitch as far as saying this kind of the aspect of it's more like some neighborhood type hollow pitches like that since type price with an aspect, not so much within like front yard type territory as much full bound. It's kind of the pitch as far as saying just the aspect of like it's just good jump off type moments, pitch like that since the price. A good exit pitch as far as these prices can happen. Trying to think of other type ones I haven't talked about on here is full bound. I'm not sure if I talked about Cartier shades as far as these pitches can happen. Cartier shades like a snazzy gun, a two-step and mixtape dance bop to get within these pitches. The hit song Cartier shades like a snazzy kind of two-step and mixtape dance bop to get within these pitches. Just get hammered. Definitely I'd say just appreciate like the relish I'd say within these products. Just some drops to think about within the best. It's kind of fair within these tones about it. This particular one's like a minor league brewing type one within these aspects. It's kind of fair getting some crunk in your system first like that, but just kind of after effect of probably more or less preoccupied with their BC type fits kind of within the aspect. Just some fairs. This thing about the next modes, just pitch like that, some stuff fairs, but it's just some good socialized to get towards within the aspect to like particular fair. Thinking of further money or mixtapes they're going to drop in a few days since the pitch of just aspects like products that are coming out, some of these products, just kind of the mode of just getting crunk within sensitive aspects but still being stationed just to realize the fairs about some products that are still products like the next modes and grip that you got to get to within sensitive pitch. So it's good aspects for how these fairs going to go, but definitely not to be square about it, not cut loose, but just kind of pitch it, just staying stationed with the good fairs about it, but just good type bounce. Definitely get hammered. I don't think I talked about Dollar Got Guap. This is another nice one. Dollar Got Guap's like a miss, like some late shift traffic and weave to get within these products here. Just OJ the Juice Man style kind of chirpy. It's definitely be like some OJ the Juice Man style kind of chirping pitch like that. Just buy like some clothes or garbs pitch like that since that price gets your shop on. Some of these type aspects within it. Kind of within similar type varieties to Rest of My Life and some of these type ones, but just kind of missed the fair. Just kind of slaggy type fashion, a little bit of dredge in there, but just kind of pitch it, just good ass mode pitch like that. Just buying clothes, some of these type pitches, get some new shoes or pitches like that. Some of these type varieties just looking minty, some of these type faster than the tones as far as these pitch kind of go. Good accent phrase just with an out in the product, in the day fair. I'm trying to think of other type ones I haven't talked about on here. I think that might is more. I think one of the last type ones I haven't talked about is You Want to See Them as far as these pitch kind of. You Want to See Them is like a riding down the block clean type aspect pitches like that. Just some system noise, definitely the loud pack. I like the jump within the vehicle type fair pitch like that. Some show out type fair, a little bit. It's a good show out type fair pitch like that. Neighborhood bumps as far as these products kind of have. So just in the aspect, not getting the get crunk with the pals pitch like that. Have like the standard fits of just like street curb type noise, vodka going by nearby some that pitches, but it's kind of products for us saying just good parking lot or fairs like that kind of post up with an aspect of it not being like a chore or some sort of issue within like the legality pitches like this from the aspect of it not being like a chore or some sort of issue within the legality pitches like that. But it's just kind of variety as far as saying just standard type bops, some of these type jumps, some of the particular fair, kind of like some of these type ones, but just more with the aspect of just the commotion where the music can be heard more loud key within a sense of just the actual product. Some good neighborhood rumble to get to. Definitely reminds of folks like DJ Unk and them franchise boys pitches like that kind of stuff there. So just kind of the bounce. It has leftover type vibes, so like particular the snap rap and ringtone type days pitches like that. But it's just good type product. So that particular good post up chunk the deuce type fair, just getting crunk with some aspects, red cups going pitches like that. So it's good varieties. I'm trying to think if there's other type ones I haven't talked about on here. I think that more or less would take care of it within some type aspects for these pitches kind of happen. I think kind of within the pitch. It's another one to talk about here. I Do What I Want to Do is another nice one. I think this last one I haven't talked about. This like a woozy and super stuck, kind of past the split, I'd say, pitch like that. Get torn up pretty good pitch like that. Just haul it. Definitely a good nice one to haul a pitch like that. Just some lean ass game to spit with some of these type products. So just the aspect, this real particular product, just like that particular TGIF type mode pitch like this. Really, it's feeling sparky as fuck pitches like that. Since type varieties. It's feeling hella right pitch like that, sparky AF, sparky as fuck within sense that pitch, just variety amongst it. The snow bunnies looking real caked up pitches like that. Definitely probably would be with the aspect, probably within the aspect. Definitely within tone, dames just completely looking like snow bunnies today within these pitches. So just kind of variety as far as saying, but just the product as far as paying attention towards it, just getting towards the pitch, just saying within the crunk type nest, just spitting lane sense that products past the split, definitely get plenty tore up. This goes along pretty well with wheel spin, I'd say here, pitch like that. Some chopped and screw type nest just to really be stuck as hell pitch like that. So there's good products about it. Just being able to say within these varieties. So yeah, 10 out of 10 mixtape here within pitches like that. So score is going to go ahead and get. Now within the fair, like I was saying a little bit earlier, within these pitches, kind of the product as far as supposing, this is a good type product here getting towards it, but the Sean P type aspects, and usually some of his biggest type songs, the Cherish song, the Lil Jon song, some of the varieties like Chop Chop, some of the ones that Lil Wayne freestyle too, pitches like that, just kind of variety as far as saying paying attention towards it. It's kind of the aspect as far as saying Sean P is an excellent type folk, but this kind of pitch is just more within the low-key type fashion, especially considering that his heyday was over 20 years ago, kind of a quarter century ago in some type pitches. 2002 when he dropped like the hit song. I think actually it was Damn came out in 2002, 2003, pitches like that, but it's just the part as far as saying Lil Jon is a ways back with some of these type pitches nowadays, but it's just the blistering type aspect as far as saying has some crunk type jumps on here. Definitely to be able to say the surprising amount of ringtone kind of crunk and trap type tunes on here is pretty affable within these pitches. It's good type, trendy and sparky type album within these aspects as far as paying attention to. Like hit type varieties probably between like 2006 to about 2006 to about 2010, 2011, 2012 pitch like that. So it's just probably just the crest of those particular times combines and blends a good amount of styles pitches like that. So some blistering type fare as far as those pitch can happen. So you definitely get some nice spices. So the club type noise, the street hood, the club type noise, the street hood type dap, the vodka bottles in your hand pitches like that, the Beezy fits for picking up some favors pitches like that. Since that probably is getting like the air fret, getting like the rear view plushes and the gel pens, since up aspects from the tone good pitch like that, picking up. Get some snowballs on top of that, since up pitches, shopping for some clothes, aspects like that, just beating down the block pretty heavy, some of the stuff aspects to some stunt type tunes, pitches like that. Definitely some gab-centric type ones that kind of holler at folks and chirp folks within some type pitches, and then just kind of the product that likes a mixtape kind of gulag type fare and like a Datpiff kind of makeshift within those products. So good excellent fare as far as those pitches can happen. Plenty of those. So I would say 10 social, but it's just kind of aspects as far as saying in terms of like the casual type sense, it might be more of like a 9.5 just because the aspect there's some ones on here that the club type noise is pretty powerful, but it's just kind of pitch as far as saying the recognition is just not as high. But seemingly there's some folks on here just with an aspect the information is kind of more here and there, but it's just kind of pitch just trust to say that it's a good excellent product within these pitches, very trendy and has the players down pat. So within these pitches, 10 social. In terms of the future, like Sean P is kind of a product he's been around since at least the 90s, even Against the Grain came out actually in the 90s. So it's pitched like that as far as saying paying attention to the product, but it's excellent type fares, plenty of these type aspects. Plenty of get crunk typeness to get to within these fares. So classic mixtape, easy enough to say. There's plenty to go around. Definitely get some gab going. This is some excellent loud pack for house party and club type fits, and it's free on top of that. So excellent type pitch to get towards some of the spiciness. I definitely say good for us today.